No, seriously, what is this place?
This is heaven.
Now, I'll be giving you a quick tour around San Sebastian Marina in La Gomera.
The harbor has over 300 ports. The oldest part is the fishing port with beautiful wooden boats painted in bright colors that people use to go catch fish. Then there is a rather sporty port with sailboats belonging to San Sebastian inhabitants and also dedicated to the vessels that stop by. At last, there is the industrial part where all the merchandise from Tenerife arrives, food, gasoline, etc. The industrial and ferry port also welcomes regular ferries from Los Cristianos, Tenerife, and holds connections to the neighboring islands El Hierro and La Palma.
Now we are entering the Marina office to check in.
Second one. Only last year I was not here due Corona.
The invoice amounts for 106.69 euros, and that depends on the length of the boat and the length of your stay. Our boat is 14 meters long and we stay here for 3 nights. In San Miguel, you could actually sneak into the marina zone by just jumping on the wall and then jumping in behind the rail. But here, it's impossible. The fence, it's very high. Look. Here, to enter the restricted zone, you actually need the magnetic card. You have to swipe it here and then push the gate. That's the way to the toilet. It's quite a walk. The toilet and the showers are just there. To enter the bathroom and this marina, you need this magnetic card. Just to swipe it here, then you can push the door. And the bathroom looks like that. That's the toilet, quite clean. And those are the showers. They look worse with all this flooded floor. Apparently, the bathroom was renovated recently. They just left the wooden original door, and you can see the scraped places. And the shower looks like that inside. Here we have the laundromat. The laundry costs 3.50 and the drying 3 euros. What's really cute here, it's obviously the cat, a little guard. Hi, hi. But also the books corner, lots of books. That's the pontoon A. This one is the pontoon B. They are both intended for dinghies and small motorboats. The rest of the pontoons are meant for sailing yachts and big superboats. Hi. Hi, how are you?
What's your name?
Janet, nice to meet
Janice. Hi, I'm Renee.
you. So, we're sailing with this, it's a actually fancy boat, no?
We've been sailing since 2017.
Really?
Yeah. And we first sailed to the Balear, Spanish Islands. And we crossed to Morocco, Cabo Verde, then we crossed French Guiana, ended up in Panama. Everything shut down in
yeah.
COVID time. We spent 9 months in the San Blas and both in Panama.
That's not the worst place to stay
It's
for
not the worst
COVID,
place,
I would
no.
say, right? Yeah.
Then we came back to Croatia, bought another boat.
Yeah.
So now last year we sailed from Croatia to here, La Gomera, and we are on our way to Senegal, Gambia, visit there.
How long it's gonna take, do you think?
1 week or 8 days from La Gomera to Senegal.
And how long you're gonna stay there?
A month.
A month. And you're not afraid of pirates there?
No.
You know what they say.
No. Pirates are highly overrated, underrated. 99.9% of the people that we meet are all good. They're all good people. You know, there's always some bad people, but you just have to deal with it. It's life. There's 17th century pirates.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
You know, it's people.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to deal with people.
Yeah,
So
that's
pirates
right.
are not a problem.
The captains were saying that there is no coverage, insurance coverage for the coast of Africa.
Yes, that's true. Some companies don't cover the coast of Africa.
Yeah.
Other companies do cover the coast of Africa.
Okay.
And sometimes you just gotta take a chance.
Yeah. And you have no end date, do you?
No, we started sailing in 2017. We'll continue to sail until we run out of fun.
Or money.
Or money.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever comes first.
Yeah.
And we just keep on going.
The famous Atlantic Rowing Challenge race starts from here every 2 years in December and ends in Antigua Caribbean. Can you imagine 2 months in the kayak in the middle of the ocean? Yeah, 2 months, 4,800 kilometers.
That's a technical boat that supports the rowing competition members. San Miguel Marina was so much quieter. Here is a lot of noise with these big ships like the one behind me coming in and out of the harbor. It's actually proper industrial port. In order to leave the marina, you need to press the exit button and pull the gate.
The marina's convenient location, right next to the city center, makes it an ideal place to stock up with supplies before continuing with the voyage. San Sebastian, with its 7,000 inhabitants, roughly, is the main population center of La Gomera. This pleasant town has a scenic promenade, classic walkable old town, and some great views of the surrounding rolling hills and bays. When I think about San Sebastian, I think historic core with shaded plazas, old mansions with attractively decorated balconies, sun-bleached pastel-painted buildings, and pedestrian-friendly streets sprinkled with shops, cafes, and restaurants.
Today we are having French fries and chopitos, which is calamaris. We discovered the world together. Me and him. You know this guy, right?
Have you ever been taught that Christofer Columbus was Portuguese? So have I. But to my surprise, he was actually an Italian, born in Genoa. La Gomera's capital is considered to be the departure point of Columbus' journey to the New World. Even today, the island prides itself as being the Isla Columbiana, and islanders tell of how America was consecrated with water from La Gomera.
That's the actual house where the new idea of the world was born.
In the main town, nice Playa de San Sebastian overlooks the harbor, while just on the other side of the port, tiny little Playa de la Cueva features phenomenal views across the sea to Tenerife and iconic Mount Teide. As they say, where is Teide best visible from? From La Gomera. That was quite relaxed but also knowledgeable trip. Some of the facts were a big surprise to me. Now it's time to return to Tenerife. In the next episode I will sail to La Gomera once again, but this time on a catamaran. And you will get to see totally different face of it. We will anchor in a wild, unknown but stunning spots around the island. Off the beaten track, rough adventure is coming. But don't go anywhere yet. When entering the Marina, we bumped into a boat that was in a scene of a fatal accident.
Yeah. Yeah, you see the yacht there, guys. It was just an accident.
Three-man crew was taking part in the famous Atlantic Rally for Cruises arc, racing from Gran Canaria to St. Lucia. During the Atlantic crossing, they encountered extreme weather conditions and the French sailor was fatally struck by the boom. The remaining crew and the deceased were evacuated by the German cruise ship. The yacht was abandoned 500 miles west of the Canaries and then has been towed to San Miguel Marina.